Do you remember Charlie Hebdo? Well, the editor of satirical French magazine, Laurent Sourisseau, he said no more Mohammed cartoons for his magazine. Charlie Hebdo was the victim of that terrorist massacre in January. I'm sure you recall. The editor said that they originally drew the cartoon to illustrate the point. They can draw whatever they want to. But concerning this cartoon, they've done, quote, their job. And he didn't want the magazine to seem possessed by Islam, Jose, which you really can't blame him there. You know, when I first read this, though, I was thinking to myself, my gosh, why is he cowardice,ly conceding the point here? But you can really understand their position, that massacre that happened. If I had worked there, I would never draw another cartoon again. So I guess it's easy to throw stones and say, why is he doing that? When in reality, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those situations where you are damned if you do and damned if you don't. Some will say, yes, you're cowering. You are, conceding defeat to this radical Islamist. But at the same time, it makes you think maybe they're being the bigger person. Maybe they've decided that it's enough of fostering and creating violence, and that they, it's at the
or
core of it.
Or maybe a cartoon isn't worth dying over. That's possible
exactly.
Too.
At the core of it is what are we trying to accomplish, and why are we doing what we do? And if you are the victim of a terrorist attack, to move forward, you have to change. You have to adjust, because it's obvious that what you put out there is very powerful, and as powerful as it is, it created a lot of pain. So it's hard. I feel that it's the right step forward. I think that it fosters diversity and respect among different religions.
I mean, this isn't about Islamophobia for me, or even, this isn't about Islam bashing. It's about understanding how precious the rights of free speech are. And when you concede an inch, you ultimately concede a mile, because you stop. I don't see this as an element of fear, and perhaps it isn't. Perhaps he is being the bigger person and saying we've moved on past this. But if there's an element of fear in this, which critics are saying that there is, if you look at the covers of specific people that have quoted him, it looks like he's conceding in fear.
Yeah, but I mean, to them I ask, do you think a cartoon is going to reform Islam to your version of Islam? It's obvious that it's not. What it's going to create is more divisiveness, and it's going to create pain among different people that is going to have to confront each other and say, this is what I believe, well, this is what I believe, till the point that some of them are willing to die for that principle. Do you want to steer that pot? Do you want to steer that hornet nest in order to make a point that there is freedom of speech? With freedom of speech, there's also responsibility of speech, and it's something that we don't talk about that much.
That's true. We'd love to know what you think at home about Charlie Hebdo's decision. Are they in the right? Should they stop drawing Muhammad, or is this a concession on their part? Please log on, post those comments below about the story. While you're at it, check out the rest of our channel, and of course subscribe to the Lip TV 2 for more.